On the news at 1, federal government gives loan to the vulnerable and low-income business owners to enhance social development. 10th National Assembly. Group drums support for candidates. And for onward development, AMAC Chairman partners University of Abuja. A very good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on 98 Channel 5 News at 1. I am Miriam Emekamadi. Towards generating solutions to the plight of the poor and vulnerable people in the society, the federal government, through the National Social Investment Program, has provided access to loans to vulnerable and low-income Nigerians who are involved in commercial activity to enhance social inclusion. This was at the rollout of Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, JEEP 2.0, held in Abuja. Ifeanyi Ezumba reports.
When the money came, I make use of the finance to buy some of the items which I use, like a car washing machine. I added the money and it's gradually boosted my business.
Very thanks for federal government for giving us this loan. Before, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a marketing woman. So when I get this loan, I establish my business.
I enjoy you.
Since 2016, when the National Social Investment Program (NSIP) was created, the Social Intervention Program has been channeled towards abating the harsh economic downturn. This forum is being implemented in close partnership with the state government to eradicate poverty as a developmental challenge confronting the nation. In the message from the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Nasir Sani Gwazo, who was represented, states that this popular initiative would bring the needed life-changing effects for beneficiaries. Permanent Secretary FCTA Olushade Adeshola, represented by the focal person for Social Investment Program, Chinwendu Amba, said the market money was designed for the underprivileged and marginalized women from the ages of 18 to 65.
The Federal Capital Territory is quite significant and important in achieving the objectives of empowering the women, children, and vulnerable in the territory. This to help increase their access to finance.
It's not a grant, it's a loan to help them, to empower them, to help them increase their output and their income. In every state in Nigeria, we do have beneficiaries. Advice to them is to put the money into good use.
In order to bring on board more beneficiaries to the Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, JEEP, the ministry has since January 2023 commenced its second phase of registration of potential beneficiaries. The second phase is expected to capture more vulnerable groups for the purpose of uplifting them out of abject poverty, which will in turn reduce unemployment in the society. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
And on the political scene, as Nigerians await the 10th National Assembly to come to life next week, more groups have continued to drum support for Senator Godswill Akpabio as Senate President. The latest is coming from a non-governmental organization, Stay Alert Human Rights Awareness Initiative, at the press briefing in Abuja. Ifeoma Ojinta tells us more.
With the inauguration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu done and dusted, attention is now focused on the leadership of the 10th National Assembly. The Stay Alert Human Rights Awareness Initiative say Nigeria is on the path of healing and reconciliation. Therefore, senators should shun religious and tribal sentiments when electing leaders of the 10th National Assembly.
So, as critical stakeholders in the interest of national peace and unity, we call on senators to rally support for Senator Godswill Akpabio as Senate President and Barriu Jibril as Deputy Senate President. Akpabio is an experienced, competent, passionate, and result-oriented person that can bring stability, progress, unity in National Assembly and Nigeria at large.
Executive Director of the initiative says the unity of Nigeria is paramount and all must join hands to assist government deliver good governance and democratic dividends to Nigerians. Ifoma Ojinta, NTA News.
Since the removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Tinubu, individuals, corporate organizations, as well as different non-governmental organizations have continued to applaud the government for having the courage to take such decision. The latest of such support is from the Civil Societies Coalition, who believed that the action of government will accelerate the growth and development of a new Nigeria through the needed sacrifice to stand by right government policies. Cecilia Julius reports.
At the dawn of a new administration, the president announced the removal of fuel subsidy, followed by increase in the purchase of fuel in filling stations from 195 naira to 537 or 540 naira. In the wake of the above, a coalition of civil society organizations have lent their voice to advocate support of fuel subsidy removal.
We, the coalition of civil society organizations, lend our voice in support of fuel subsidy removal, having weighed the pros and cons of the shenanigans that made the fuel subsidy regime. We urge the presidency to hasten the ongoing stakeholders consultation framework and roll out the right policy incentives that will put smile on the face of the common man while ensuring transparency during the implementation stages and not to make same mistakes of past administration when deploying the incentive to the people.
While recounting the gains of subsidy removal, they call on Nigerians to join hands to support government's efforts in developing the nation's economy.
If we can get it right by putting the right people in place, I think Nigeria will be okay. First subsidy, to me, is a good moment for everyone.
Nigeria is our responsibility. If we must get Nigeria to work again, then we must let go of the past, let the healing begin for a new Nigeria.
They therefore plead with stakeholders across all sectors to rally around the development agenda to pave way for national growth. Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
In a related development, amalgamated APC support groups has commended the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress for listening to the plea of government in its effort to remove fuel subsidy. In a release signed by Mariam Yunusa Danjaki, the group said though the removal of oil subsidy might come with its own challenges to Nigerians, it however appealed to Nigerians to exercise patience with the present administration. The APC support group commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for summoning the courage to take steps that will benefit the larger population of Nigerians by removing the fuel subsidy. While declaring total support for the subsidy removal, the group appealed to the federal government to urgently introduce some palliative measures to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. Meanwhile, the cries of Nigerians over subsidy removal will later turn to laughter if everything works according to plan, experts say. This is the outcome of findings by Sefia Uche, who spoke to relevant authorities on the matter.
May 29th was the dawn of the long-lingering issue of fuel subsidy removal. Its removal has over the years generated crisis, resulting to reversal. The federal government has been yielding to the pleas of the people. But what is subsidy removal? Government maintains that the trillions of dollars meant to refine crude oil outside the country can now be used to develop infrastructure, improve healthcare services, education, agriculture, and so on. The interventions are meant to develop the country and better the lives of the people.
We need to have a quick win and huge impact intervention within short time.
What are the other benefits of subsidy removal?
Other energy mix will begin to come on board, like CNG. And this CNG is this gas flaring everywhere in Nigeria, especially in the Niger Delta area. With the help of government to generate another energy mix, which I think is cheaper, friendly, and with a better mileage.
As far as the Nigerians will enjoy the infrastructures that we are going to see in all places. Our educations will change, our infrastructures will change. So it is a welcome idea to all marketers now.
The federal government, in a meeting with the Nigerian Labour Congress, assured that measures will be taken to cushion the effect on the masses. According to the president, the era of broken promises are over.
The issue of benefit of doubt, that we just came into office within 1 week and whatever, trust us.
The Nigerian Labour Congress meeting with the president will reconvene on the 19th of June. For now, some states have effected some urgent palliatives for workers. While Nigerians look up to the federal government for palliatives, they have to take the hard bite for better days. Safia Uche, NTA News.
This is the 1 p.m. news reaching you from NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Still to come on the news. From the FCT Secondary Education Board Trade and Entrepreneurship Exhibition Competition. This and more in just a moment.
The immediate cause of the latest queues in Abuja remains unknown.
Conceived with the intent to ease the flow of traffic in the nation's capital.
Whichever way it turns out, either to consolidate on the existing mandate or institute a new dispensation.
Located within the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC.
How much do people know about ADR? Are charting a path to having more youth participate in governance, in addition to building young entrepreneurs.
Residents of the Federal Capital Territory are calling on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, look into the situation.
You have to strike a balance to have a future that you don't have to regret.
Like experts say, what kills really is fear.
In Abuja,
NTA News.
Thanks for staying. The Trade and Entrepreneurship Exhibition Competition.
They multiplied by teaching others.
Chairman FCT Secondary Education Board noted that by harnessing the potentials of these creative minds, the country's economy will be strengthened.
We cannot continue to be an importing country. Of course, our kids with appropriate enabling environment can equally mass produce this and can be exported to other countries.
The world is an entrepreneurship world now. The white collar man job is so we want to balance it with the unemployment rate. If they finish, if you cannot go back to go to university, at least you can fall back on something.
The students laud this initiative that helps in bringing out the talents inbuilt in them.
With this our project, which is a unmanned aerial vehicle, which is also a drone, and has many practical applications where it can be able to solve a lot of problems in the society today.
To think it can help with your environment, instead of keeping your things around and looking for it when you need it, you can actually keep it in this environment, in these places, so it will be easy access.
The participating schools had their entrepreneurial prowess on display to the delight of spectators. Awards were presented to the schools and teachers for outstanding performance. This year's event by the Secondary Education Board is the 3rd edition. Mariam George, Jutubo, NTA News.
Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Zaka Mekalangu, has restated his commitment to partner University of Abuja for onward development of his area council. Mekalangu reiterated this when the Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, led his team on a courtesy visit to the chairman's office. Deborah Gazajimaika has details.
AMAC chairman says there is the need to promote academic and psychosocial development of indigenous students of the FCT. Therefore, Mekalangu requested for more admission slots for indigenous students of the FCT, adding that the area council will continue to support the university community in all possible ways. Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor Abdurrashid Na'Allah, commended the chairman for the continuous support and donation to the university community. He further made an appeal to the area council boss to step in terms of building a structure for a CBT center in the university that will be named after the council. The Vice Chancellor revealed that the engineering students will soon commence community projects around FCT communities to enhance grassroots developments. Deborah Gazaji Micah, NTA News.
With the rise in palm prices of premium motor spirit across the country, many have decided to leave their cars at home and are now sourcing for alternatives. Can you ever imagine bicycles taking the place of cars on the highways as the new major means of transportation? Well, in this special report, Oyeyemi Ajayi takes a look at the possibility and how efficient that will be.
The road, major theatre of transportation, with cars tagged the major actors. Statistics reveal that 11.8 trillion cars ply the Nigerian roads yearly, with numbers increasing by the day. Maybe that's why road crashes became the major source of death, not just in the country, but globally as well. Over time, efforts have been made to reduce this unbearable burden, but the hydra-headed monster keeps surmounting the hurdle. Now, to look for other ways, including embracing bicycles as a major means of transportation. In other climes, bicycle is an effective and efficient means of transportation, especially with the benefits embedded, but yet to be popular in Nigeria.
You know, in Nigeria here, now if somebody see you now, you are on cycling, the first thing that will come to their mind is that, see this poor man. So first, we need to advocate about this thing and tell people about the health benefit.
With different awareness campaigns, stakeholders have tried convincing the people on the benefits of riding bicycles, especially as an answer to the burden of road crashes.
So to ensure safety, the road network must be designed considering the vulnerable road users who are the most at risk in mind, as they will feel safe walking and cycling, as this will further promote good health, sustainable cities and equitable society.
Maybe necessity will now compel the people to look that way, realizing that the fuel subsidy is gone, with prices of fuel already on the rise.
Cycling is a saving grace. Your health-wise cycling is very, very good, because as a cyclist, if you are riding, you are fit at all time. The cost of maybe fuel, as you have said, is gone.
Children of young age, they should be using it to school, but government should be able to provide a safety road which they can ride on without motorists hurting them on the road.
In the light of this, many are now pleading for road networks to be redesigned to allow free movement of bicycles across the country, as many are already thinking in that direction. So, what are your thoughts? Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Many thanks, Oyeyemi. We go over now to our business desk for business news.
NNPCL will reduce fuel imports as from August this year. Many thanks for joining me on Business News. I am Aisha Uba Ali. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has confirmed that once the Dangote refinery starts production of refined petroleum products from late July or early August, the NNPCL will cut down on its import of petroleum motor spirit, popularly called petrol. NNPCL says it is currently the sole importer of petrol into Nigeria, a tax which it had shouldered for several years. Other oil marketers stopped importing petrol due to their inability to access the United States dollars at the official rate. The company owned 20% stake in the Dangote refinery. The 650,000 barrels per day crude oil processing refinery was inaugurated on May 22nd, 2023 by former President Muhammadu Buhari, who described the facility as a game changer. Also, at the inauguration, the founder chairman, Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, said the facility will put an end to the inflow of toxic substandard petroleum products, that the refinery would meet 100% of Nigerian fuel needs. Dangote also stated that the refinery will start delivering refined products to the Nigerian market from late July or early August this year. The percentage of diaspora Nigerians with national identification numbers rose to 25.17% in May 2023. The National Identity Management Commission says it has registered 427,962 diaspora Nigerians since it launched its enrollment exercise in 2019. In its May 27, 2023 update, NIMS revealed that the number of diaspora Nigerians in its database hit 427,962 with 178,799 females and 249,163 males. The commission said Nigerians abroad, however, also have the choice of enrolling for free whenever they travel back to Nigeria, provided they have valid passports. The service available in 77 foreign countries, according to a list on NIMS's website. And the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System has slashed its transaction processing fee for NIMS instant payment from 5 naira to 3.75 kobo, effect from July 1st, 2023. The document, which was signed by the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Premier Iwu, and the Executive Director, Business Development, Wanko, read in part, "We are delighted to inform you that the Board and Management of Nigerian Interbank Settlement PLC has approved a further reduction in transaction processing fees on NIMS instant payment from 5 naira to 3.75 kobo, effect July 1st, 2023. That's business news for you this week. The news continues shortly. Don't go away.
And on the sports scene, Super Eagles head Jose Peseiro has invited Captain Ahmed Musa, shortstopper Adebayo Adeleye, and others to camp as Victor James Osimhen top strikers list for 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Sierra Leone in Monrovia. Sports correspondent Gideon Johanna has the details.
Nigeria's Flying Eagles arrived in the country following their participation at the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Argentina, having fallen out of luck to Korea Republic in their quarterfinals clash on Sunday. However, the Flying Eagles have made it to the finals twice in the past, wishing them better days ahead. Similarly, Simon Perfundi's 85th minute superb free kick secured Italy's first ever Under-20 finals in the FIFA World Cup as they sent South Korea packing in a 2-1 win, while Uruguay defeat debutant Israel by a lone goal in the semi-finals for the much-anticipated contest on Sunday. Elsewhere, the World Football Governing Body FIFA has rolled out cash prizes for players that will participate in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, billed for Australia and New Zealand this July. FIFA guaranteed that each player registered in the squad by the qualifying countries will receive at least $30,000, with the finalists receiving as much as $270. Talking grassroots sports, Chairman Abuja Municipal Area Council Christopher Zakame Kalungu has showered encomium on the award-winning Under-12 handball team to motivate AMAC players that won laurels for the council recently in the handball competition. He pledged a donation of 1 million naira to boost the players' morale and further made a promise to sponsor the Under-12 girls handball players that qualified to represent Nigeria in Sweden. With Sports Brief, Gideon Johanna, NTA News.
Before we wrap up, a recap of stories that made headlines. Federal government has given loans to vulnerable and low-income business owners to enhance social inclusion. Winners have emerged from the FCT Secondary Education Board Trade and Entrepreneurship Exhibition Competition. And that's the news. We thank you for watching. Do have a very good afternoon.